What's going on, PlayDate Community? Welcome back to another episode of the tutorial series where I build your game. Make sure to drop all your ideas and suggestions down in the comments below, and I will make sure to get those. I promise I will get to that. So, in this episode, we're going to be tracking your score as you play the game. We're going to do a real original score tracker thing in the top right. So I hope you're ready and you're all excited. Let's get right into it. So first thing I wanted to do, actually, there was a issue with the bullets. So if you recall, if we run the game, I've got Buggy over here playing with me, and we start to shoot some of these bullets, you'll notice that, yeah, so you see that sometimes the bullets are despawning a little bit early. I kind of know why that is. But you'll see, yeah. So there you can see that some of the bullets were disappearing early. I think what's happening is that way that we're recycling the bullets means that the timer gets called on a bullet that has been respawned. So first bullet goes out, the timer keeps going, the bullet gets destroyed, and then it gets respawned, and then the timer is still running. And then on the second respawn, it tells you, you're dead now, and that's a mistake. I think the solution is pretty simple. What we have to do is in bullet::destroy, we're gonna say bullet.destroy timer, :remove. I'm gonna add a comment there to make comment guy happy. Remove timer if exists. So I'm going to say if bullet.destroy timer, then, so that checks if the timer is even there, bullet.destroy timer, :remove, and then bullet.destroy timer equals nil. Let's see if that bug still happens. I'm going to self, not bullet, sorry. Self.destroy timer, self. Yeah, this is what happens when you do things live. All right, run again. And I'm now shooting. And I don't see any weird despawning anymore. So I'm gonna guess that we fixed it. So second thing I want to tackle is this scoreboard. So I'm going to create a new file in the utils. I'm going to call it score.lua. So we're now inside score.lua. And I'm going to keep track of a local score. All right. So I'm just going to say local score equals 0. By the way, I haven't practiced one, so I'm full on improvising here. I'm going to create a function so that we can read the score, update the score, reset the score. That's basically all I see. So this score is going to be tracked locally in the file, so we're not going to interact with it directly from the other files. For cleanliness, we're going to do it through those 3 API calls. So I'm going to do read score. I'm dropping some comments, by the way. Read score, update score, and we can choose how to update it exactly, and then reset score. And then later we're gonna figure out how to write this to disk and display a scoreboard and everything like that. But for now, we're just gonna do this basic one. So read score, what are we gonna do? Function read score, open, close brackets, and then hit end. And basically we say return score. Function, so update score. Function update score, open, close brackets. And we're gonna say, so here, I guess what makes most sense is that we can update the score by a certain amount. So we're gonna say increment, and then we're gonna do score plus equals increment. So I'm gonna do it this way so that we can more easily say, hey, plus 500, plus 100, rather than being like, oh, your score is now 1,200. So for example, the enemy on death might be like, I died, plus 100 score. Then we're gonna do reset score. So function reset score, and then I'm gonna just say score equals 0. Nice and easy, guys. Now, here's the thing. I want to make this somewhat more readable and encapsulated so we don't have functions just lying around in our global namespace. So I'm going to create a class. It's going to be a static class, but I'm still going to create a class. I'm going to say class, open brackets, quotes, score with capital S, close quotes, close brackets, dot extends. I don't know if this is necessary, but I like to do it this way. Dot extends, open, close bracket. So basically we're extending nothing. And then from here, we're able to use this class. So we're going to change these functions so that it says score with capital S dot read score, score dot update score. I'm starting to mix up my words. And then score dot reset score. And in fact, we don't even need to say score there. We can say score dot read, score dot update, and score dot reset. So now the nice thing is that these functions now live inside this class, which we have more control about where they are read and where they, I mean, it's just nicer, guys. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. So in main.lua, we're going to add a score display on the screen. I'm going to just be lazy and write it on the screen. I know we can create like a HUD sprite and everything like that, and we're surely going to get to that. But for this one, I'm going to be nice and lazy, and it's never going to be improved. So prepare to see it there for the rest of this tutorial series. So we have a draw text in rect, and I want to see if there's something I can use to draw in the top right. You know, this looks promising, draw text in rect, because I can give it a text alignment, which means like left, center, right. Let me skip through these and see what we can find. So font, draw text aligned. That looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm going to do this font. So what we're going to do is that we're going to get the default font for the game. So up here, so I'm in main.lua. We're doing all this fancy stuff. What I'm going to do is add a comment underneath the Playdate libraries, and I'm going to say, in a comment, I'm going to say, get the default font. So local default font. I'm going to call it font default, just to be a bit nicer about that. And I'm going to say const, because it's going to be a const. And then I'm going to say gfx.font. Sorry, is it gfx.getFont? Get font. Yes, it is. So gfx.getFont. So that's going to give us our default font. Reason I put font default is because in this naming convention, you should put what the object is first and then describe what it is afterwards. It's a bit more sustainable as a naming convention compared to doing it the other way around, because you might have a default font, you might have a default image, default background, default music. Like, so if you just type in default, you're going to see all these random objects that have nothing to do with what you want. Well, if you're looking for a font, then you type in font and you have, okay, long story short. Okay, so now I'm going to do, inside Playdate.update, I'm going to do font default : draw text aligned. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually put the score in a text and then draw it on the corner of the screen. So I'm just going to do this the fastest way that I know. So I'm going to do open and close quotes, ... And then, by the way, you could totally do this in a better way. This might be an inefficient way to do it. And then I'm going to do score, capital S, ... read. And then comma, I'm going to say, so this is XY position. I'll put it in the top right corner. So we're dealing with 400. So I'm going to do 380. And then we're going to do 20. So that's going to be like 20 in from the top, 20 in from the right, or the other way around, depending on how you look at it. And then I'm going to give it the playdate.ktext. Wait, sorry, is that graphics or what is ktext alignment? Oh, there's no Playdate there. Yeah, it's a weird one, that one. So ktext alignment, you just pass it like that and you say right. So last thing, this score hasn't been imported from the utils. So we're going to go into utils.lua. We're going to say import utils/score. All right, let's see if we have a score display. Yeah, we do. Awesome. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to move it a little bit inwards. This like is awkwardly protruding from the corner. So I'm going to change the Y to 12 and I'm going to change the X to 390. And it's still a little bit too high in my opinion, this 12. So I'm going to make it 8. All right. All right, perfect. That looks fine. And so now we've got a score, but our score doesn't change. Let's add a function to enemy.lua. So enemy.init, enemy.destroy, might be that one, and then enemy.update. So guys, quiz time. When can we call score.update if we're calling it from the enemy class? I'll give you 1 minute to think about it. Okay. That's the right answer. It's enemy.destroy. Great job. We're gonna do score.update, and then we're gonna update it to... Somebody drop down in the comments real quick and I'll read it. Ah, thanks. We're gonna do 50. That's a perfect answer. All right, so now that we've added score.update, we should be able to shoot here and you see that your score is going up. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'm gonna follow this up right away with how to save your score. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.